Hello everyone, we are Let Home, starting a new series trying to explore where international students live, what are the rents, and how each area feels like. At the end, we want to say, does it worth it to live in London as an international student? Today we are here at Elephant and Castle. It's an area that some people love it and some people try to avoid it. It has a reputation for itself. We're going to meet a student from LCCUAL who had lived in this area for quite a long time. First of all, how long have you lived here in Elephant and Castle?
So I've lived here around, I would say 4 years.
Oh my god, 4 years in Elephant and Castle?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how painful is your rent?
Oof, it's a good question. I would say it's really painful. I would give it like 11 because I'm now paying £600 per week. So the first year I lived here, it's during the COVID time. And it was like only £300 per week, and then obviously my landlord decided to increase my rent every single year, so now it has officially been £600.
Oh my
It's a lot.
So, would you be comfortable showing us your flat?
Of course, this is what we're here for. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome to my house. So I did advertising for my undergraduates, and also I went to do a foundation year with them. I guess so, yeah, because my house is only like 5 minutes walk away from my uni, and yeah, it was like super convenient. So I did my high school here in this country as well, but definitely not in London. So I guess when I come in, I thought London life would be full of fun, full of, you know, young people, we're doing cool stuff together. But I guess in reality, it's like you do have a lot of fun, but it always happened in people's houses. It's still so much fun because you're surrounded by people your age, and that was the best thing ever. It's like when you are not a child anymore. I used to live in a boarding school and there are teachers around, there are always people to help you. But when I come into London, especially live in this apartment, there are bills to sort out that I wasn't receiving any help, so I have to find out myself, and that I guess that was a first reality check, and that was like a painful part of everything. Yeah, I do actually heard a lot of people say that, and I do, to a certain level, I do agree that Elephant Castle is not as safe as China if you compare, but I mean it's never gonna be the same when you go back home because these are two different countries. I would say not entirely not safe. I've heard like around 10 years ago Elephant Castle was very poor, but now because everything being changed, there are just new things building up, and I guess it's not safe anymore. But yeah, do remember your phone. You have to hold them because there are a lot of phone snatchers and they're really fast. I guess I probably would move. I'm looking for areas maybe on the east side because of my other friends who sometimes live on the east side, and I've been to their houses before. They have like bigger gym and they have swimming pools, they have even like a cinema room. So I guess, yeah, for me, if I have the budget, obviously that £500 would be very useful if I can find somewhere really nice on the east side. I bought some really good tea leaves from China.
Show us what £600 per week gets you in Elephant and Castle.
All of this.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my god, you have a cat too?
I know. His name is Killy. He's a Bengal cat. Bengal boy.
Oh my god.
So before, I was living in a student come opposite the street, and I found it just way too small, and he's not happy. And then one of my friend was also looking for a house, and he saw this one, but obviously it's way too much compared to his budget. So he recommended it to me, and then I obviously love it because of the view and everything. I guess the favorite thing about this flat is obviously I have him, it's my favorite thing, but when the weather is nice, it's very open and the light comes in very nicely. It comes with a gym. I don't want to spend extra for a gym membership, so I guess my gym is another thing that I really like. It has a gym downstairs and then a 24 hours concierge, so they do everything for you. They pick up the parcels for you and store them for you to pick up. I would say the only facility that I really use was the gym, but because the bills are not included, so it's still a little bit over the price. But every other houses in this area, Elephant Castle, is so close to LCC Will, and it's so close to KCO as well. So I guess because it's near so many universities and it's very central, it's in central London. So I mean, the location does justify the price, but everything else I would say is just, it's all apartments are like this nowadays. Oh yeah, so basically the gym downstairs, like you said before, does this area feel safe? I would say silly things does happen. For example, the weights, the dumbbells, been stolen in my gym by people who doesn't live here, and it's always been a thing. So far I would say that's the only thing that disappoints me a little bit.
Did that change how safe you feel living here?
Because we have a fob and our security and CCTV are very good in this area, especially in this community. And I wouldn't say I don't feel safe living inside, but when it's dark at night, I wouldn't risk to just be on the street and walking around. I would always have a company if I have to do so. But I guess that's the same for everywhere in London for a lady to say. Because first of all, living in Elephant Castle is very convenient. You have basically lines that connects you everywhere, and if you look at it on the map, it's basically in central London, so it's easier for you to go anywhere, and it's in between Zone 1 and 2, so it's like, I would say it's a golden part in London, but also because I met a lot of people, my friends are here, that's why I guess I just never left. Yeah, to be fair, if you don't live in Elephant Castle, I wouldn't think everything can be this convenient, because I have Asian markets just down the road, I have several restaurants near my houses, it's all walking distance. They did visit, my mum especially, many times. She likes this area only because I live here, but she also did tell me quite a lot of things like, oh, there are phone snatchers, like sometimes we go grocery shopping together and we witnessed several students, their phone being snatched by, phone thieves. It's always been a thing at Elephant Castle, and I mean, like, all my friends are talking about it, so I guess she was sometimes worried about my safety here, but then I did tell her, and she did live with me for a few times, and she did say, yeah, as long as you don't do crazy things outside at night, very late at night, you're fine here.
I think a lot of people watching would agree that £600 per week is a lot of money. Looking back now, do you think it was worth it?
I don't think it's worth it, because it is what it is. I guess if you share with somebody, it will, relatively speaking, more cheaper, because I live by myself for some reason. It's not as cheap as I thought it would be. So I wouldn't say it's sustainable. I only can have this privilege because I have some sort of help coming from my parents. But to grow up now, to want to be financially independent, I'm thinking about moving soon. It's the culture, that's one thing, and also the way of with people. Sometimes people do their own thing. Like a lot of my friends who's also coming here as a student, they would say the same thing. It's like London doesn't feel safe in that kind of way because the way people are very different to people back home.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? So it's not that it's not safe, it's that you probably have to understand and adapt to their way of doing things. They don't mean any harm, but they can be seen as aggressive sometimes, or can be seen as mean or like fake nice. That's what a lot of people say. But I don't think that's true. Like British people deep down are very nice. They're willing to help. They are just maybe busy or on their own thing. You know, when you catch them on the street, that's fine. But when you actually, for example, go to like countryside, you speak to local people, they're actually very, very nice, and they have like warm hearts. So I guess it's a way of things. Understand that London has a lot of people coming from all over the places, and there's so much to adapt and so much to learn and to take, but always have an open mind to things. Yeah, that's something I learned. I would say passionate. But passionate comes with chaotic sometimes. I would, only if you, for example, live with your friends and study in a UL. So far, my house does feel like home to me. This is where I come back to. This is where I leave. And I always want to come back here, and everything is so convenient. That's another level of making things so easy for me here. So yeah, it does feel home, but in the long term, anywhere can be home as long as you wanted to make it your home. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, and thanks everyone who watched this show, this episode of our very new series. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow us.
Bye!